Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. I'm Daniel, and I'm joined by my friend and student, Emma. Today, we're going to help you feel confident when you walk into a mobile phone store.
Hi, Daniel. I am so excited about today. Buying a phone in another country can be so scary, right? You don't want to say the wrong thing and end up with a huge bill.
Exactly. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to ask about prices, storage, and cameras. You'll also learn how to get a SIM card and what to say if your phone is broken or frozen. We are going to use real-life situations so you can practice speaking right along with us.
Perfect, because my old phone it's a dinosaur, Daniel. It's 5 years old and the battery dies by noon.
Haha, a dinosaur. That's a great way to put it. Well, before we go to the store, we have to find it. Imagine we're at a big shopping mall. Many beginners get confused with directions. Emma, if you're looking for a store, what's the big map near the entrance called?
Oh, I know this. It's the directory.
Correct. And if the store is on level 2, you might need to take the escalator. Let's practice a direction phrase. Repeat after me. The phone store is across from the food court.
The phone store is across from the food court. Does across from mean on the other side?
Exactly. You're on one side and the store is on the other side. Okay, we found the store. We walk inside. A salesperson walks up and says, "Hi, how can I help you today?" Emma, what's the simplest thing you can say?
I want phone? No, that's too short. Maybe I am looking for a new phone?
Perfect. I'm looking for a new phone is the best way to start. Now, the salesperson will ask about features. These are the special things about the phone. Emma, what features are important to you?
Definitely the camera. I love taking selfies. And storage. I have way too many photos of my cat.
Haha, we all do. Let's look at some vocabulary. Listen and repeat. Screen, battery, storage, camera.
Screen, battery, storage, camera. Daniel, I sometimes get confused with storage. Is that the same as memory?
Good question. In English, we usually use storage for your photos and apps. It's measured in gigabytes or GB. RAM is the memory that helps the phone run fast.
Okay, so I should ask, how much storage does this phone have?
Spot on. Now let's talk about pronunciation. This is where many people make mistakes. The most popular brand is Apple. Make sure you open your mouth wide. Apple.
Apple. And what about the other one? Samsung?
Yes, Samsung. And here's a tricky one. Huawei. It sounds like a kiss. Huawei. Try it.
Huawei. That is surprising. I used to say it differently.
It's a real eye-opener, isn't it? By the way, if you are enjoying these tips, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next lesson.
Yes, please subscribe. It really helps us. Okay, back to the store. I see a phone I like. Can I just grab it?
It's better to ask. Say, "Can I hold it?" or "Can I try the camera?" Salespeople love it when you test the phone.
Can I try the camera? Oh, look, this one has a front-facing camera for my selfies. But Daniel, what if I don't understand what the salesperson says? Sometimes they speak so fast.
Don't just nod and smile. It's completely okay to say, "Can you say that again, please?" or "Can you speak more slowly, please?" Even native speakers do this.
That makes me feel much better. I always think I have to be perfect.
Not at all. Now let's talk about money. This is important. Emma, how do you ask about the price?
I would say how much this is.
Close, but we need to switch the words. Say, "How much is this?" Or if you are looking at two phones, "How much are these?"
How much is this? Got it. And what if it's too expensive? Can I ask for a discount?
In a big tech store, you can ask, "Is there a discount?" or "What's your best price?" You can also ask, "Are taxes included?" In some countries, like the US, Tax is added at the register, so the price on the tag isn't the final price.
Oh, that's a good tip. I don't want a bill shock at the checkout.
Speaking of shock, let's talk about phone plans. You have two main choices, a contract or prepaid. Emma, do you know the difference?
I think a contract is for a long time, like 2 years.
Yes. With a contract, you pay a monthly fee for 12 or 24 months. You often get a cheaper phone, but you are locked into that company. Prepaid is pay as you go. You pay for your service first, then use it. It's like a phone wallet.
I prefer prepaid. I don't like long commitments. How do I add more money to a prepaid plan?
We call that a top-up. You can top up using an app or by buying a voucher in a shop. Let's practice that word. I need to top up my phone.
I need to top up my phone. And I need a SIM card, right?
Yes, the SIM card is that tiny chip that gives you service. Some new phones use an eSIM, which is digital and built in. When you buy one, always ask the staff, "Can you set the internet on my phone?" You want to make sure it works before you leave the shop.
Definitely. I remember my first day in Canada. I just stood there pretending I was fine while quietly freaking out because I had no signal and couldn't find my hotel.
That sounds stressful. A traveler's hack is to have your hotel address written down on paper just in case. Now, Emma, what if your phone isn't working right? My phone froze this morning.
Froze? Like ice?
Haha, not quite. It means the screen stops moving and won't respond. If this happens, you can go to a repair shop and say, "My phone keeps freezing."
What about other problems? Like if I drop it and the screen is, broken with lines?
We say the screen is cracked or shattered. If the sound is quiet and hard to hear, we say the speaker is muffled. And if your charger won't stay in, the charging port might be loose or clogged with dust.
My brother's phone is always clogged. He keeps it in his pocket without a case.
Cases are so important. They protect the phone from high drops. Now, if you buy something and it doesn't work, you might want to return it or get a refund. Emma, what is the difference between return and refund?
Return is giving the item back, and refund is getting my money back?
Exactly, you nailed it. If you want a new one instead of money, you ask for an exchange. And remember, always keep your receipt. If you lose it, you can sometimes show a photo of the receipt on your phone.
Can I have a refund, please? Is that polite enough?
It's very polite. Adding please is the easiest way to be nice in English. Another tip, many learners say I want, but that can sound a bit rude to native speakers. Instead, say I would like or I'd like.
I'd like to exchange this, please.
Perfect. You sound like a pro. Now let's try a quick shadowing challenge for our listeners. I will say a sentence and Emma, you repeat it. Then I want everyone listening at home to say it out loud too. Ready?
Ready.
I'm looking for a new phone with a good camera.
I'm looking for a new phone with a good camera.
How much storage does it have?
How much storage does it have?
Does it come with a 1-year warranty?
Does it come with a 1-year warranty? Wait, what is a warranty?
A warranty is a promise from the store to fix the phone for free if it breaks within a certain time, like 1 year.
Oh, that's very useful. Okay, one more sentence for the listeners.
I'll take this one, and I'll pay by card.
I'll take this one, and I'll pay by card. Daniel, can I say pay by cash?
Actually, that's a common mistake. We say pay in cash, but pay by card.
Ah, English is so tricky. Pay in cash. Got it.
You're doing great, Emma. You know, I once tried to buy a phone in a very small shop, and I accidentally asked for a flip-flop instead of a flip phone. The salesman was very confused why I wanted to call people with my shoe.
That is funny. At least your feet would be connected.
Very true. Okay, let's do a quick final review. Emma, I'll give you a situation and you tell me the phrase. You are in the store and you want to choose the cheaper option.
I prefer the cheaper option.
Good. Your phone screen is stuck and won't move.
My phone is frozen.
Excellent. You need to add more data to your prepaid SIM.
I need to top up my data plan.
You've got it. You are all set. That means you're ready to go.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I feel much more confident now. I might actually go and buy that new phone today.
Do it. And for everyone listening, what is your smartphone brand? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to chat with you.
Yes, and don't forget to like this video if it helped you.
Thanks for joining us today. Next time, we'll be talking about English for ordering food in a restaurant. You don't want to miss it.
See you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.